morning, everybody. Instructor Trucker here. Man, I want to make this little video real quick, man, about the ELDs and why it's like a trucker's #1 enemy out here. Yesterday, when I come off a 10-hour break, I was in Birmingham. I was delivering to Union City, and I was only about an hour and a half, 2.5 hours. It could have been 3.5. I don't remember. Away. I get to Union City. My reload's here in Murfreesboro, and that was only 3 hours. And when I get here, the load isn't ready, and I was 3 hours ahead of time. Well, by the time I got here, I only had 3 hours of drive time left, so I was going to lose all of my time. So I went on ahead and started logging my 10-hour break, and I've been ready to go. The problem was, and I'm technically like an hour, almost an hour and a half behind the schedule that I had set for myself. I'm not late with the load or anything. But I couldn't go to sleep. I couldn't fall asleep until almost 3 o'clock this morning. Now, I started at 8 p.m. Couldn't fall asleep until 3 a.m. And then I woke up at 6:50, I think, because it's 7:26 now. I've been up 27 minutes. So 7 o'clock. We'll just say 7. I've been up and I'm tired. Now, of course, I could have slept, but the problem with sleeping is when you're sleeping past your allotted time frame, you're losing money, because we don't get paid by the hour. We don't get paid by the load. Not all of us. But it's how many miles we turn. So, yeah, we have to sit for 10 hours. And everything that we're sitting past that, every hour that we're over sitting is roughly 65 miles that we could have already had on our mileage gauge. We could have been roughly 65 miles down the road. That's, you know, $10, $15 more that we could have had, providing that we hadn't wasted time sitting. That's the problem with ELDs. I'm wore out. I am capable of driving. I am safe to operate it, but it's my mentality is wore out, if that makes sense. I'm just tired. Like, I could pull back over and go back to sleep, but if I do that, I'm not making any money, and I'm just delaying a process. The fact that I've already started my e-log, I don't want to sit too much longer or sit too long anywhere, because then what's going to happen is I'm going to waste too much time, and I'm not going to be able to go anywhere. This is the problem with ELDs. This is a problem that drivers face. I watched a video on here, a guy, he did a 10-hour break. He drove 1 hour down the road and had to go back into another 10-hour break. That's the problem with corporate companies, is they'll do that to you. I don't drive for a big corporate company. I'm more what you call like a mom and pop truck company. I mean, we run about 120, 130 trucks, maybe more. But you with this company, when you're tired and you call them and say, hey, I'm tired, they're not going to make you keep driving. They understand the risk that's going to be taken if you keep driving. They are a business, so yeah, they're in it for the money. Who isn't? Who doesn't go into business for the money? They understand that if they don't have a driver, if the driver wrecks, then they lose that load. They lose that money. They can always reschedule. They're going to get paid, almost the same. Just our track record between our shipper and our receiver, may alter. But they understand that, they're not going to push the driver past his limits. So it's all on the driver, providing that you provide communication to your dispatchers and you've got a legit, valid reason. I tried laying there in the bed. I tried to go to sleep, but I couldn't. And I don't even know how I made myself go to sleep. That's the thing. I don't even know how I did it. But I got like 3 hours of sleep. So we're just now getting on to I-24 West, taking this up to Jackson, Missouri, Procter & Gamble. It's on roughly about 15,000 pounds. It's just cardboard. So it should be alright. But anyway, I just wanted to make this video. I haven't made one in a week, 2 weeks or something. So sometimes you can run out of stuff to talk about. Even though you should never be able to, because in this industry there's plenty to talk about. That's what we're facing out here. That's what we deal with. That's the problem with ELDs. We get told when we can run. We get told when we can sleep, and when we have to do this, and when we have to do that. That's the problem. We don't need ELDs out here. They were put in place to help prevent accidents, and if anything, they cause more accidents. Because when you get to those last few minutes and you're trying to find a parking spot, and then it's like you and the ball fighting over a parking spot in your civilian vehicle, and now you're doing it with 80,000-pound machines. That's how people get hurt, killed, and in wrecks. Because we're on a time frame. We have to beat the clock. It's always a race out here. It's always a race. This is a race that nobody's, this isn't the Daytona 500 out here. We don't need to be racing. We need to be able to take our time and go when we want. Because like I've said times and times before, a car can perfectly legally be able to drive from the state of Maine all the way across the country to California, straight through, if the driver wanted to. Now what's the difference in them and us? 77,000 pounds, I imagine. But it's not so much the weight in my argument here, it's the fact that if I could drive a car 14 hours straight, I could drive this truck 14 hours straight, because all I'm doing is driving. I'm doing this with the steering wheel. There's really not that much more different. It's just my opinion. Everybody else is going to argue differently, and that's fine. This is America. We're entitled to have our own opinion. Nobody's opinion is stupid. And it doesn't mean that we're uneducated. It's just our way of thinking. how it is. And drivers don't give other drivers that kind of respect and courtesy as to their way of thinking. Now, this is, I'm not going to get into it, I really not, but, you know, DLT, government, you know, if y'all ever watch this video, I want y'all to understand that we have a hard enough job as it is. Don't put us on time restrictions. Don't put us on a time system. That's one thing you don't need in a, what was it, $20 trillion industry, I think, is the numbers that I heard from a report back in 2017. It was so many billions of goods, billions of pounds of goods that was shipped and delivered across the United States in 2017, and it was up in the trillions of dollars worth of value. So we need to be re-looking at all of this. We need to be coming up with a different option. I understand that there's some drivers that can't drive 14 hours straight, but they have to be able to do what they can in a safe manner, just like we all are. And to you big corporate companies, stop forcing your drivers to keep driving when they're tired. Let me tell you something. I want you to understand that I passed your family out here, your wife, your kids, your mother, your father, your grandparents, your brothers, sisters, your cousins, your nephews, nieces. I passed them out here. We passed them out here. I'm probably driving beside one of them right now in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And if I worked for a company that forced me to drive, I would be sitting in their passenger seat in this truck, and they would be dead. They wouldn't be coming home. They wouldn't be calling you. They wouldn't be texting you. Why? Because I was forced to drive. Because we're on a time management system. It's not helping anything. Governed Trucks is not helping anything, and that's one of the worst cases out here. Is he's turned down low governed trucks. My truck only runs 65. When you go out west, the speed limits are 80, and some parts even 85. I'm 20 miles under the speed limit. I can't keep up with normal traffic. And yeah, as sad as it is to say, yeah, there's going to be some drunk drivers out there that in their mind they're not going to know, it's not going to register with them that big trucks can only go so fast in that state of mind. They're going to think that we're out here doing the same speed that they are. And before you know it, because they're impaired, they'll come running up behind us. They'll eat every bit of that DOT bucket back there. The truck can't keep up with the speed limit. And the trucks that are turned down, they're being starved for fuel. They're being starved for fuel. So when you're being starved, you're going to eat more. When you do get to eat, that's why the gas mile, that's why the fuel mileage sucks. The trucks are turned down. They're not set, at the proper, fuel ratio for the horsepowers and all of that mechanical stuff. I don't really know all of that, but you get what I'm saying. So, government trucks and ELDs are the two biggest problems that we have out here. regulating us even more and start finding a solution for all of this, because we're standing up. It's in the news. We've got slow rolls going on around in different cities. Truckers are starting to try to make a stand for ELD, to get rid of ELDs. They're starting to take a stand. And if truckers, if all of us in this industry will put our differences aside for a short time, and we all came together and band together, and we all went on strike, even for 3 days, if we could manage to strike for 3 days, not moving these trucks, not moving any freight, this world, this country will go into a whirlwind. Then not only are they going to come asking us why we're not doing it, then we'll be able to make our point here. And all these civilians, all these normal people in everyday lives who have no respect for the truck driver, we're going to quickly see that it's because of us that they have what they need. And they have what they want. This country will go into a world. A week, 1 week, 7 days. Everybody would be in survival mode. Trying to survive without food, water, clothing, all of it. Why? Because the truckers band together and we took our stand. Everybody else has had the right to take their stand and protest what they want. Now, understand we're not mad about what you're protesting for. That's your right, your belief. But it's how you protest. Like trying to shut down an interstate. You're stupid. You deserve to eat the front end of one of these trucks, to be honest with you. Protest in a safe manner. Don't bring an interstate full of people into your protest that don't even want to be here. Go where they're set to be going, not looking at you holding hands across a busy interstate. Anyway, I'm still tired. I'm just ranting right now. So anyway, it's 7:42. Construction truckers call it quits. I'm starting to come up into Nashville a little bit, so gonna get off of here. We'll see y'all down the road.